that'll be
Okay. Hello. Welcome to What the Flicks podcast. We're on our 53rd episode. I'm Susan Ayers.
I'm Lon Shima.
I'm Patty Smith.
Jorge Sanchez. This is 53rd.3.
Yeah. We tried to do a live feed, but it didn't work out.
Nope.
Anyways, so our movies that we're going to be discussing tonight are The Bubble, The Northman, The Lost City, and Fantastic Beasts, The Secret of Dumbledore. Okay, so I believe we're starting with, no, do we need to stop for the...
Well, The Bubble, right?
For the trailer, I mean, I can play the trailer if you want
Yeah.
it there.
Yeah.
So it's directed by Judd Apatow and written by Judd Apatow and Pam Brady.
All right, so this right here.
We're almost at the nest.
That sounds like a baby crying for its mama.
And cut. Now that was a great take.
Welcome to the start of production of Cliff Beast 6. Thank you for joining us in our bubble.
Please make sure you're wearing proper PPE. Physical touch is, of course, off the table. So I would recommend making sweet eyes at each other. I'll show you what that looks like.
This is so exciting. It's like my movie posters have come to life.
You will soon learn to hate these people.
We are one of two movies in production right now. If we fail, the studio's going to go down.
I'm not a magician.
I know you're not a fucking magician. If you were a fucking magician, you'd pull a movie out of your ass. Oh my god, it's Minnie Driver. Oh, I love her.
This movie is gonna make the world forget about all their problems. What we're doing is edgy. It's real.
Crystal just did a fucking TikTok with a dinosaur.
Hey guys, I don't feel so good.
Some of you tested positive for influenza,
Think something's up with Lauren.
which is the good virus.
Should we be concerned about, this level of vomit?
There's some really crazy shit going on the Cliff Beast side right now.
Hey Gunther, why do you look like Benedict Cumberbatch right now?
Hello, I'm Doctor Strange.
I don't like it. Stop being Benedict Cumberbatch.
I'm a big bag hunter with a bow. She got a big bed, number drop low. Mama called me.
You're keeping us here against our will.
There's been a breach.
Really, I wanna
Yes,
It is getting real on Cliff Beast.
Mama called me and she happy with
The next one will 60 frames on this video.
Okey-doke.
Oh, okay. That's that.
Girl.
Boom.
That's her. Yes.
No,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no, look it up.
Oh, I'll show it to you.
No,
Okay,
first
so
of all,
The Bubble. This is actually a comedy by Judd Apatow. Like I said, directed by Judd Apatow. Just about a film crew trying to do a movie during the pandemic. So as it was referred to, it's called. That's why the title is referred to as The Bubble, because they all have to go to the set, basically go in quarantine for 2 weeks, and then they have to be ultra careful about staying with. Everybody has to stay within a certain in the compound, the hotel, basically, and the studio, etc. But I actually thought, okay, it's a pandemic movie, so everybody can sort of relate to, like people like us getting together, just a group of friends, but not really seeing a lot of other people. And it just shows you how sort of crazy, I guess, the film industry to me always seems to be a little crazy in general. So this is just a bunch of fun characters. I have to admit the cast was excellent. As you saw, a lot of star power. But to me, it was really the peripheral cast, the supporting players. Like Patty was saying, like Peter Serafinowicz, who plays like the producer.
I am Aldo.
Exactly. He's funny. I did find, for example, some like the minor characters just sort of like fun in this movie. They are called the mocap guys. I don't even know the actors' names, but they're the ones basically playing the dinosaurs on wire.
Oh, right.
Right? that they have just little bits that are fun. And it's all the drama going on. Karen Gillan is literally the, I would say, the main character. Oddly enough, she even got top billing, and then they went to a billing where it was alphabetical. So I thought, okay, you're following her. So because she's the first person you actually sort of meet. That she's the actress who decides, okay, I didn't do Cliff Beast. What was it, 5?
Oh, yeah, the funny title. So.
She's coming back for 6. So then it's like, okay, they need her agent is basically telling, no, you need to get back on your career back on track. She's sort of afraid of the cast resenting her, but they make comments about it. But then no, they take her back. But then it just literally is sort of a disaster from beginning to the coffee girl, like within their first 3 weeks. Okay, the coffee girl, we only decided to send one coffee girl. She apparently has COVID. So now you all have to go in quarantine another 2 weeks. Exactly. So it's that kind of thing. But I must admit, the cast actually is at least fun. I'll give it to them that. They're all fun characters. They all have their own little dramas. Again, I happen to like, I think, Pedro Pascal's is being obsessed by one of the, a girl played in the hotel, actually played by, what was her name? Maria
Bakalova.
Yeah.
And he's Dieter, his character.
Right, but the thing that made me laugh is because it's like, I knew her that she got the Oscar nomination because of the Borat film. But it's like, oh, she's actually funny in this too. So it's like, oh, this girl, I hope to see her more because she really is showing her sort of comic talents at least. And she comes off still very sweet and genuine. And that's what you sort of like. Because another person actually was Iris Apatow in this, who doesn't come off as an actress, but she doesn't have to because she's a TikTok star. Something else that I don't understand. The only reason she's in the movie is that she's young and she has 100 million followers on TikTok.
And that's so plausible.
Well, that's what I mean. That's why it's sort of funny to me because even the next youngest person is the Karen Gillan character who points it out too, and that she knows she's not sort of the young cast member anymore. So, but it is part show business, part pandemic, and I have to admit, and it's also showing you, I don't know, the hierarchy of the business. Because what I love too is that Kate McKinnon, as you saw in the trailer, she plays sort of like a studio head. Then at one point, everyone's just saying, we have to shut this down. It's overrun, we're going over budget, da-da-da. And then so she then has to talk to somebody above her. Because she's saying, no, get it done. She goes to her boss and says, I think we need to shut. He's saying no. You think, okay. Then he goes to someone higher than him. And it's sort of funny because it's like, oh my God, that's why you have overruns and everything. Because everyone just wants to makes the decision, we should stop. I mean, you could tell at the ground level we should stop, but it doesn't. But fortunately, it does, in my opinion, seem to have a very plausible and happy-ish ending because you see all that time was not gone to waste. But it is, I thought, at least a fun movie. I wasn't crazy about it, but Judd Apatow, I think he's always said he makes comedies for adults. And this truly is an adult comedy, yet extremely silly. But again, I thought a lot of the stuff was fun. Maybe so grotesque for some, but I just thought, you know what? It was an entertaining enough movie for me, and I did enjoy it. And this is I guess a Netflix production too.
Yeah.
So kudos to Netflix for backing this kind of movie because I was sort of surprised. I thought with the cast alone, the budget was amazing. So that's my review.
What I found interesting about this movie is it's actually based on a true story.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
it's based on Jurassic World Dominion.
That's why they
Dominion. And what happened was the pandemic had happened and they had to shut down. So what they did was they moved to England because nobody wanted it to stop shooting because there was so much money involved.
Is this the Chris Pratt one?
Must
The
be.
Jurassic?
Yes, the
Yeah.
Jurassic World.
And anyway, so
Yeah.
they go to England and they get put, and this is before the vaccine, they get put in
Isolation.
the bubble, which
Right.
is the perfect word because, but what the other word I would have used was the human condition it's like when you're that stir crazy in a small area, none of those situations seemed unreasonable to me. Like they all could happen, and it could have even gone further.
Sure, it's traveling in a band and
Yeah,
being in
that's
a
what it reminded me of.
yeah,
It
yeah.
reminded me of being on the road where things happen all the time, and you just kind of, that's fine.
Right.
So I really liked this movie. I thought it was probably my favorite movie of all of them.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. And because it's so lifelike.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say definitely watch it. It's funny, and everybody's funny in it. And I can't believe the girl from Jumanji was in it.
No.
Oh, I love that. It was like, yeah, I like her a lot.
She has a very distinct voice too. It's very deep, almost like
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's it.
Are you okay?
me.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's kind of I kind of liked it and didn't like it at the same time. It was weird because it's got that kind of humor like Anchorman and Talladega Nights.
And he's actually
Vamos a
the,
que todos vamos por-
and wasn't he actually the director?
Yes,
The
Judd
same
Apatow.
director? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like just like Anchorman, Talladega Nights, they had a lot of funny humor, but sometimes you don't laugh at it, but that's kind of ridiculous. But and yeah, I actually like that. I think she's really funny, Karen Gillian. She's got that kind of like. I mean, I think the first time we saw her was in the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right.
She plays the
Nebula.
Nebula. So, and now she's like doing all these roles. She's really funny. Actually, she has good chops. I thought that Kay McKinnon is getting typecast as an executive because she did the same role in Yesterday. You know,
Yes,
that movie.
exactly.
Keep getting close to the mic.
She's really good at that.
She's really good at that. Eh?
Yeah.
She probably is.
Oh yes, showing that sort of passive aggressive humor,
Yeah.
right? About
Yeah.
being like, oh, so nice, and
Yeah.
yet no, you listen.
I'm
to
really
it.
nice,
say
but
no
I'm gonna
nonsense.
cut your balls off, but in a nice way.
Exactly.
He tells you in a nice way. Fred Armisen is so classic. It's just like an all-star of like sidekick actors.
Right.
X-Files guy.
Right.
So Pedro Pascal. And actually I thought the movie really showed kind of like how it really is out now, how it's kind of studios in a really funny or extreme way, how studios run and how they also depend like there's a lot of TikTok people who get the exposure like now they're having on music videos, so they will put them in a movie because they want to get those 100 million followers. They have more followers now than the actual studio or some of the actors.
Movie stars.
So, yeah.
Exactly.
And I thought that's what, because at first I thought the girl doesn't seem to, either she's a bad actress or she's a great actress because she's pretending to be a TikTok character
Right.
who really would be a great actress.
Right.
But I see that daughter that the
Right.
directors that.
Yes,
I
of
thought,
her and Leslie Mann.
well, I thought maybe he's
Yeah.
hooking her up with the role and she really can act. But if you're a TikTok star, you probably can't act in a movie anyway. She would
Well,
be the
see,
same way.
that's what I like. There's that one scene, spoilers, but where she's accused, like, your dancing's mediocre. He says, "That's my appeal, bitch." And I just thought, okay, that's probably true, right?
Yeah.
But you don't have to be good, but you have to be likable, and that's what she sort of comes off with. Very
Yes.
adorable.
Yeah.
Like she does play a little stupid, but she's a young teen, so.
Yeah, and like you, I thought in the movie we're following Karen Gillan's character.
Mhm.
But yeah, and I really like those guys, the little floating guys too.
The
Like,
mocap.
yeah, but the humor was like at times I found myself laughing out loud, and at times I thought the humor was kind of a little odd. But yeah, it was interesting actually.
Yeah, it is interesting because I don't know if it was a great comedy or it
No.
was so relative to a specific time
Mhm.
that that might actually, in other words, 10 years from now, I might not watch it because it's a really specific, but I thought in that they got it really good. I thought the movie, it was very funny.
Mhm.
It was unnecessarily long.
Yeah, it was pretty long actually.
I think I would, criticize the editing. It could have been tight, like
Tightened up.
like an hour and a half.
Mhm. Yes.
That would be it. Fred Armisen
Mhm.
as Darren. I thought he was great. He made it for me.
Yes, he
Right?
plays again another passive aggressive kind of director.
Well,
Everything's so gentle, but like, oh, can we please have you on the set? And then say, "Where's that fucking idiot?"
Well, it's also too like
I'm not into him at all.
he was
No.
kind of like the Tic Tac girl
Yeah.
in the way that he was the director that he had won a Sundance
Exactly.
shooting a picture with his iPhone.
Right.
It was kind of like,
And that's so possible.
well, that's
Yes.
what I mean. It was
Exactly.
like, what I mean is it was like just so of the times. And also I thought it showed, this is his second film too.
Right.
This is his second film. Excuse me. It was trying to shoot under the strict COVID restrictions brought back that time. And I thought they also were really fair at showing some of the ridiculousness of it too.
Right.
You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
wasn't like, it was like, and in the end they basically you know, but it's kind of like, yeah, it was, if it wasn't so limited to that time space of COVID, which 10 years from now we'll not even remember, a lot of the humor is only relative to that.
But
You
I
know
think
what
it's
I mean?
very human because that's exactly what happens to people when they're stuck.
Yes, yes. If they
In
would have
any-
been,
in many
if it would
ways.
have been in a different genre, like stuck because of I don't know, like a major
Like a-
earthquake or something,
Right,
you know,
right,
something
right.
where everybody,
Disaster,
most people
some kind of
can't
disaster.
relate to
Right.
being a film crew,
Did you do
or
But
consider
I
that.
think it'd be
but-
it's funny
but-
if I think
but-
it doesn't matter.
And also don't think of themselves as ever part of a film crew, so that they're not going to relate with it. But I still, I was very, very enjoyable, and even to the point where at the beginning, the lady would come up and I forget who she was, and she would always introduce herself, and just I loved your work. Every actor she's it's just I
Leslie Mann. That
loved
was
your
Leslie
work.
Mann, yes.
And it's like kind of the thing you say to actors because that's what they care about. It's like, oh, you did, thank you. So yeah, it was. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
I thought it was very humanistic, and no matter what the situation was, I think all the situations that happened within it will make it relevant for years to come.
We'll see.
Yeah.
See, for me, like I said, to me it wasn't like I didn't think it was a hilarious comedy. I didn't find it funny, but I just found it fun.
I thought it
And there were
was.
Yeah,
so
fun,
many characters. That's why I think I didn't mind it being too long, only because they were really trying to give each individual character a sort of a story and a little
Right.
dilemma that they all have to go through. So
Yeah. Okay, Patty, what do you give it?
I give it a 7.
George?
Yeah, give it a 6.
I give it an 8.
yeah, I gave it a 5.
Of course you did, Lon.
That's his movie.
It got 21 tomatoes on critics and 31% on audience.
Oh, that's ridiculous. It was
Well,
much
no,
better
I
than
can
that.
see. That's what I'm saying. I just didn't find it funny, but that's why I was like, I was sort of disappointed. But I thought, you know what? But it was still fun enough.
Because
There's
it
so
was a
much
very
It's kinda
fun
like-
stuff in it.
Like one of my favorite movies is the Ricky Bobby one, Talladega Nights, and it's got that kind of humor where you laugh aloud and you kind of
Yeah,
sometimes it misses you.
Yeah, stupid humor, but it's
Did
funny.
you do
Exactly.
did you do
Very
the French movie 8th Street? Was that your movie? Were they in the pandemic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
what
well,
it
stuck
reminded
together,
me
that's
of.
stuck
Yes,
together, right,
So
yes.
that's back-to-back pandemic
Right,
movies for you.
that's exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so is that?
Oh, yeah,
So we're gonna
So
move
I guess
on.
we'll move on with Bad.